Retirement is a broken dream. Do you want to retire early? Or are you on the path to retire after 40 years of working? With today's day and age, that old mindset of working all your life to feed the family and using your time for money does not work anymore. Reality is, inflation has gone out of control. Wages are not keeping up, and cost of living has significantly impacted millions of people. Add in the lack of financial education, you got a recipe for failure. People in this path will find it extremely difficult to get ahead and be comfortable at retirement. They may have to rely on government pension, but reality is, you don't have control over this if the government all of a sudden decides to cut the pension or reduce it. Let's be honest with each other. Your dream of retirement and the idea of working hard for 40 to 45 plus years, save up some money, and finally get to enjoy the remaining 15 to 20 years of your life where you may already have health problems and not enjoyable as when you were younger. This retirement plan is unfortunately broken and does not work anymore. It is instilled in many of us to think this way and just keep working because they tell you that's just part of life. The system is created in a way to keep you in the rat race and keep you working for many decades so that you can pay your taxes. This video will explore the traditional mindset of working hard for many decades and how this won't work in today's day and age, how this came about, and what you should be doing instead to actually build great wealth and achieve financial freedom before you retire. In the 20th century, there was the mindset of modern idea of retirement, where you are encouraged to go to school and get good grades so that you can go to university and get a high-paying job. Then work the rest of your life as you now have more responsibilities of raising a family, paying down a mortgage, and taking care of your aging parents. These all come with costs, and as you earn more, you are taxed more, thus never getting ahead financially. We are living longer, costs of living are rising, and there is pressure mounting. The pension is not enough when you retire and does not keep up with inflation. Unfortunately, wages do not keep up either. This idea of retirement is built in a world of yesterday and difficult to apply to today or tomorrow. The harsh reality is that majority of people do not have enough money saved. They lack an emergency fund. Cost of living rising. Healthcare accessibility and costs are rising. Most people still lack investing knowledge and skills. Many people live for today's money and do not think about tomorrow's money. Imagine having to work until you are 65, then quickly realize you don't have enough and have to work beyond 65 years old just to survive. Many people today are still being taught to keep saving money, but the currency is being devalued every day. If that $4 you saved bought you coffee, 20 years later it is guaranteed not going to cost $4 anymore. It is most likely going to cost much more than that, perhaps $10. You need to find ways to make sure you don't put all your money in a savings account, giving below average or lower than inflation rate returns. This is a big risk, as you will end up with not much 30 to 40 years later. The math simply does not add up. For example, if you save $500 per month for 40 years and retire with $1 million, it sounds great, right? But at inflation of about 4 to 5% per year, that $1 million purchasing power has been eroded to about $300 of today's money. This money is before taxes, healthcare, and other living expenses. People retire and realize what they have saved up is not enough. Their superannuation is not enough. Then will feel they have to go back to work just to make ends meet. The system teaches us to spend your best years working for money, using up your precious time for money, so one day you can relax. However, by the time you reach that point, you are already too old and may have health conditions that stops you from enjoying life. You traded your time, efforts, energy, and youth for a promise that never delivers. Going to school, getting good grades to go to university and finish with a prestigious degree and get a high-paying job is not merely a plan, but a trap. What is the best approach to prevent this from happening? You need to start as early as possible, especially in your young 20s. 30 seconds is okay too, but if you start in your 40s and beyond, it becomes harder. The solution is simply to stop chasing retirement. Start building freedom. Financial freedom means your assets pay for your lifestyle, not your time or your labor. You don't need a $1 million retirement fund. Instead, you need cash flow and increased net asset value to improve your net worth. Cash flow is passive income where you get paid by not trading your time for money. Instead, you put your money to work for you. This is purchasing quality assets such as real estate, businesses, high dividend yield stocks, online business, or digital asset and royalties. There are plenty of ways to get there. Just focus on a couple, and that is enough to get you to financial freedom. When the cash flow covers your monthly living expenses plus more, then you have achieved financial freedom, and you can retire on your own terms no matter how old you are. The younger you achieve it, the better, so you can get the best out of life and enjoy it to the fullest. The wealthy think differently. They are fully in control of their own lives, do things in their own terms, and don't settle for retirement at 65 so that they can enjoy the pension. The mindset shift required to get you there. The word retirement should be replaced with freedom. Retirement mindset says, one day I will finally get to retire. Freedom says, I choose how, when, and if I want to work or not. Retirement mindset is based on scarcity. They believe saving money is more than enough and investing into assets are too risky for them. They let fear hold them back or never take the time to learn or educate themselves. Freedom mindset is based on abundance, building systems and assets that keep growing and providing more and more cash flow. You don't need to escape your current life, or it is also not too late to start now. You need to create your own life. Live it how you want to live and be creative and savvy so that you are in control of your life. Let's summarize it all. Let me be clear that retirement should not be your end goal, but freedom should be the end goal. The goal is to achieve financial freedom as early as possible, while you are still young, able, and healthy. Stop waiting for the best time to invest, because truth is, that day will never come. It is important to just start now, when you can, and build those assets up. Even putting in $100 a month into a high-quality stock or ETF is enough, but even better to accelerate your wealth much faster to double or triple that amount. Build up a shares portfolio, then save up deposits for a residential property and build up a property portfolio. Develop your skills, knowledge, and mindset in order to achieve your dreams. The dream of retirement is dead, but the dream of freedom is alive. If this video gave you a wake-up call to action or a realization, then please like, share, and subscribe. I hope it instilled a sense of urgency within you to read books, educate yourself, and execute a long-term strategy to achieve freedom in life. Build your future up and be in control of it. So, what's your next step? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more content like this, and share it with someone who's ready to level up their financial game.